Kidnapping is where you move a victim a substantial distance against their will, accomplished by means of force or violence or threats of violence. Normally, if you're convicted of kidnapping, you could face up to 8 years in state prison. But if the victim is a minor, or the victim is injured or killed, or you hold the victim for ransom, then it's aggravated kidnapping and you could be sent to prison for life. One element of kidnapping is that you move the victim a substantial distance. So if you barricade the victim and sort of hold them in place, that's not kidnapping. That might be the lesser offense of false imprisonment, but that's not kidnapping. And if you just move the victim a few feet, that's not kidnapping. It has to be a substantial distance. But courts have said that in deciding whether it's a substantial distance, the jury can also consider whether the danger to the victim was increased. So if the victim, let's say, is in a crowded shopping mall where there's a lot of people around and witnesses and relative safety, and you coerce them to go into a back alley that's very secluded, then even though the distance may not be that great, that requirement is somewhat lessened because the danger to the victim is increased by moving them to the secluded location. Now, as serious of a crime as kidnapping is, we find that a lot of innocent people get wrongly accused. And this happens for a number of reasons. First of all, a lot of times somebody runs away from home or sort of leaves their job, leaves their responsibilities. And when they resurface, they have to explain their absence. And so they try to justify their disappearance by pointing the finger at somebody and wrongly accusing them of kidnapping. We've seen that very commonly. Also, we see a lot of situations where the alleged victim did go somewhere with our client, but really did so willingly and consensually, and no force or coercion was used. And finally, we've seen a lot of situations where our client was merely present. So perhaps our client was present at the scene where the kidnapping happened, or maybe was even a passenger in the car that was used in the kidnapping. But our client did not intend to kidnap anybody and wasn't in on it, and really was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Here at Shouse Law Group, we've had a great record of success over the years in defending people accused of kidnapping and ultimately getting these sorts of charges reduced or dismissed.